guys, welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm reporting live from upstate New freaking York. I'm not originally from Utah, especially if you guys are kind of like new subscribers. Then you may think that I'm from Utah, but I'm actually not. I originally grew up in upstate New York and I moved to Utah about like 3 years ago now. And so I'm here visiting for the week. I've been here for about like 3-ish days now. And it's actually felt really good being home. I made a whole podcast episode about it that will already be out once this video goes up. So if you're interested, definitely go check out the podcast. It's Livfiit Listens, available pretty much on all listening platforms. But I basically talked about like just sort of been feeling like being home and just basically concepts revolving around growing up and just how I feel like every time I come home I'm like, damn, I'm really growing up, and just dealing with the emotions that have been coming with that. So every time I come home it's like weirdly triggering for me but weirdly healing for me at the same time. So all in all, it's been a really good few days so far. I kind of have just been vibing, doing my own thing, enjoying just simply being home. Today it's Saturday and one of my childhood best friends, she has her own coffee shop here and I haven't seen her yet, and I decided just to show up and surprise her just because I always love surprises too, and I really wanted to see what her coffee shop is like because that's kind of like, you know, that's her main thing now. So I just want to see her, surprise her and support her. And I'm also definitely gonna get a matcha. I don't think I'm gonna film it though, to be honest, just because I haven't seen her in a while and I don't want it to be like, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you. Here's the camera in your face, you know? But I will see you guys after. Alright, I do have to say that it was so cute to see what she's been working on. Her cafe is so cute. I got a matcha latte, of course. I do half oat milk. I mean, it depends, but I like to do half oat milk, half skim milk, just because when I feel like it's full oat milk, I get like way too full and just like very heavy. But so I feel like doing half oat milk, half either almond milk or half skim milk helps to lighten it up a little bit for a drink. I'm just not really used to like heavy drinks. But anyways, it was so good to see her. We talked for quite a bit actually. But I really wanted to check out this waterfall because I haven't been here in honestly years. It's called the Chittenango. I don't know if it's a Chittenango. I think it's just the Chittenango waterfall is what it's called. I don't know. But it's super, super pretty and it's just a kind of a little short walk to get there. So this is genuinely so good. I literally got this 10 minutes ago and it's already almost gone. I'm one of those people that drinks their drink in like 4 seconds. It says to appropriate footwear, but define appropriate, you know what I'm saying? love the town that I grew up in because it's just so like the main heart of it. First of all, the town's on a lake, and then like the main part of it is like this super cute like storybook vibe village. But then like as soon as you go outside of the village, and it's super small, like as soon as you go outside of it, there's like all this farmland and all just this really green lush fields and lands, and it's just so pretty and I love it. And I feel like it gave me that like side of me that can appreciate that, and like why I do love being in nature and why I can just appreciate those scenes. Like it's just so relaxing and it's just so luscious. So now we're going to get a quick workout in, and then we're going to try to be able to hop on the boat and wake surf, and then we're going to go up to my grandma's camp for dinner. So we have a strict time schedule to keep up with because I'm trying to be able to fit everything in. You guys, look at what I just found. These are like all of my old workouts. This whole entire stack is just full of workouts from so long ago. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Is it all known? You guys, you are officially looking at the birthplace of Livfiit, and I kid you not, this is the gym where I learned how to weightlift, where I first got into it, these are just like where all of my early years were spent lifting, nailing down form, learning. Like I have so many moments in this gym. So this is the OG Livfiit gym where Livfiit was born. So this is a very sentimental gym to me, and it was really nice to be able to get some workouts in here over the past week. So I of course had to hit legs, and this ended up being like a high volume leg day. I don't really know why. I guess I just kind of felt like it. I didn't really realize until I'm about to do this voiceover and I realized how many reps I did of everything. But so of course started off with a warm-up set as always, and I got into some back squats, and so I did 4 sets of anywhere from like 8 to 10. This was a little bit of a lower rep range because I haven't squatted in a while and I just didn't really know where my strength was at. So I started at like 135 after my warm-up set, and then I worked up to I think 155, but that felt heavy for me, so I went back down to 145 and stuck with like 8 to 10 reps. Everyone's squat form and stance looks a little bit different, so do what's comfortable for you. For me, I like more of a wider stance. I think it's because I have longer legs and longer femurs, and usually when I point my feet out just a skosh, that also always feels most comfortable for me. A few things to keep in mind here. You always want to pretend like you're sitting back and down into a chair is the main thing I always think of. I try to bring my hips back, and I'm always keeping my knees out throughout the whole movement. Near the end of my set, especially when I get tired, my knees will start to cave in when I press up, but ideally you want to keep your knees pressed out throughout the whole duration of the movement. I'm keeping my spine nice and long, my neck in line with my spine. I'm not looking up and arching my neck. I'm keeping my core really tight to brace my core, and you also want to engage your lats as well, kind of by squeezing your elbows to your side to create a very nice stable base as well. And you ideally want your hips and chest to be rising at the same time. I was really getting creative here with the angles, you know what I'm saying? But then I went into a Landmine RDL. This is one of my favorite movements at the moment. I'm obsessed with it. It just feels so comfortable, and I love the direction of the load, just everything. I love it. Here I did very high volume sets for some reason. I did like 4 sets of 15. I don't really know why. I didn't really add any weight. I guess I just didn't feel like it. I was just kind of juiced up. I was juiced up on caffeine. I had a lot of energy, and so I just really wanted to also get my heart rate up. And I am using a V-bar attachment. This is life-changing to help yourself grip the bar. I used to always just hold the bar itself, but it would always slip out of my hands because it's really like thick and wide. So this is so much easier to hold this way. It's so much more comfortable. I am standing on a little bit of a wooden block just to get more depth and more range of motion. I feel like I see people use the blocks when they don't need to. As you can see here at the bottom of the movement, see how the weight is going past the block? That's how you know you had more range of motion in you, and that's why the block helps you, because you're able to get that extra, 6 inches or so to be able to get that deeper range of motion. So if you don't see, your weights going past your block that you're standing on, you most likely don't need to be standing on anything. It's not doing anything. Okay, step ups. These have been my favorite lately. I feel like I've struggled to get into these, even though I know they're such a good exercise, and lately I have been resonating, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm holding a dumbbell here, and I did 4 sets. Actually, I don't remember. I think I did either 3 or 4 sets. I'm not sure, of 12 reps. I do know that much. These are killer and they get me so sore. This is great for working your quad, your glute, and your inner thigh. It's everything. You want to position your foot and your body like throughout the range of motion so that your knee is pretty much constantly stacked over your ankle. That's going to help you get a really nice big glute stretch when you come down. And I also have a slight forward torso lean. So I'm bringing my shoulders closer to the front of my thighs, the top of my thighs as well. And that's creating some of that glute stretch. And I'm coming down till as far as I can go. Okay, I'm not about half reps, 3/4 reps. I'm coming all the way down till my non-working leg can be flat on the ground, and then I'm driving up through my front leg's heel. I'm not pushing off my back leg's toe. I'm not letting momentum carry me through. I'm not bouncing. I'm really going nice and slow and controlled in controlling the raising portion and the lowering portion of this step up. Alrighty, getting into some more isolation work as we get to the end of the workout. So this, I did a little bit of a superset. So I did some Glute Med Kickbacks here. I always tend to bend over really far. It just is more comfortable for me. I feel like I have a more stable base and I'm able to brace the weight more. I also don't get any pain in my lower back from it because I'm kind of bent over enough, but B, also because I don't have any flexion in my spine when I'm doing this. All the movement is still coming from my working leg when I'm kicking back, and you should be feeling this right where my hand is, the upper outer portion of your glutes. You're basically kicking out at about a 45-degree angle from your side, and I keep a slight bend in my leg to prevent my hamstring from taking over the movement / just getting engagement in my hamstring. So if you find your hamstring burning when you do this, try to bend your leg a little bit to shift more of the focus to your glute. So I did 3 sets of like 12 to 15 of that, and then I did 3 sets of 15 of glute hyper extensions. These I was really feeling. I was using a heavier dumbbell here in order to target your glutes other than your hamstrings, because that's always my primary focus, y'all. It's never gonna change. I love me a nice juicy booty, okay? You wanna keep your chin tucked to your chest, and yes, you want to round your back. This is literally the only exercise I'm going to tell you guys to do so, but that's going to help shift the emphasis away from your lower back and hit more of your glutes. And also, if you're feeling it a lot in your hamstrings, you can try to keep a little bend in your knee as well. Dude, I promise you, your girl is feeling it. I was so juiced up this day. Oh my gosh, that workout was so exquisite. It's not even funny. I forgot I did have caffeine today because I had that matcha, and like when I was working, I was like, I'm so freaking juiced. And I was like, I didn't even take pre-workout, no oxygen, no nothing. And then I was like, oh, it's the matcha. Matcha definitely cracks me out. We're still thinking about going surfing, but it's a little bit windy. We're gonna see what my dad says. But the water's not like that rough at all. Not at all. But my dad's a fair weather surfer. This is the thing. He says that I'm a fair weather skier, which valid. I'm not really like, ooh, deep powder day, let's go. No, like I don't want to be in the middle of a blizzard skiing. Like I want bluebird days, you know, that's all I need. My dad's a fair weather freaking surfer because all he wants is like perfectly calm, still day, no wind. The water's like the lake's not even moving. I'm like, okay, Joe 2 can talk shit then, because I feel like I'm a diehard wake surfer and he's a diehard skier, but yet he gives me shit all the time.
Okay. But fire in the hole.
Alright, we're gonna try to squeeze this session in. It's kind of calmer on this side of the lake. Why, Joe? Because it's a southwest wind.
Right.
So we're on the southwest side of the lake, so it's a little bit calmer.
We're getting blown back to the west side, but
oh, well, we have to fill up this ballast bag because this is technically a surf boat, but even with the bags all the way full with just 3 of us, the wake is still kind of too small for us to surf. So this is 475 pounds of water that's going to fill up, and that's going to help to weight the back of the boat down, specifically this side, because we're all, what foot is this? Is this regular side? We all surf regular, so since we're all on this side of the boat, it's going to weigh this side down and just help shape the wave even better and get a really clean big wave to help us go without the rope. Hi you guys, so it's a few days later. I kind of took a break from vlogging because I was spending a lot of family and friend time and I never really want to just like put a camera in their face because I feel like, especially when I haven't seen them in a while, and also again, like I'm the one who decided to put my life online, not them, you know, and I also want to protect their safety, their privacy, all that sort of stuff. But basically I went up to my grandma's camp. I was able to see my grandparents, some cousins, aunts, uncles, ate some really good food, and then from there, one of my friends still from high school that I'm still good friends with, she has a place an hour further north of that, of my grandma's camp, so I went to go visit her for the day. She had also some of her friends up from where she lives now, so that was super fun. We were able to tie up with some other boats. I was able to get on a jet ski for the first time all summer, which was really fun. And then I was able to see yesterday one of my really good childhood friends that I also grew up with. I was with her and her husband and her parents and all that sort of stuff, so it was such like just a really healing weekend for my inner child, to be honest, and like being able to be with people that I grew up with again. And like I just feel like sometimes in Utah I lose sight of that. I just don't really have that same community that I have built here from being able to grow up here, you know? So that was really nice. It was just nice to be in familiar spaces with familiar people and doing things that I always used to do growing up and everything. So that was really fun. Now I'm only here for 2 more days. This is really like my last full day. Technically I leave tomorrow and it's an absolute beautiful morning and I've yet to go paddleboarding. So we're gonna go do that. Like, look at how calm the water is right now. Oh my gosh. It's so serene. And the little moon. Hee. That was truly such a dream. I could have stayed out there all day long. That was so relaxing. All right, you guys, I think we finally have the perfect night for me to be able to take you guys with us surfing. I brought my GoPro and I'm determined to get some footage for this video to put in there of us surfing. I feel so thankful because I've been able to get out on the boat like 5 times, I think, in the matter of 7 days, like different boats, which I'm so thankful for. And surfing specifically, I think this is gonna be our 4th time this week, which is awesome because my dad and stepmom haven't been able to get out surfing much this summer just because they've been so busy. So I'm happy to kind of be the one to pull us out and just get some more hours on the board. I obviously grew up on the lake and I always thought like maybe this means that like I would love the ocean, and that's what made me so intrigued to want to like go to Hawaii and Costa Rica and all these places and try to surf like in the ocean. But I really feel like nothing's gonna trump fresh water for me. Don't get me wrong, they're really totally different, but fresh water is so calming to me. Ocean, especially when I'm around like big waves in the ocean, it just makes me, and like kind of fills me with like adrenaline, fight or flight. And this is just always so calming because it's just like calm, fresh water. Like the water is pretty much glassy most of the time. And I'm just accepting that I'm really more so a lake girl. But this week has been so nice for me because I've been near the water like almost every single day. And I love, like, this is how I love to spend my summers. And it's kind of why I tend to struggle a little bit in Utah, just because A, I don't have as many resources, and B, it's not as much as like an everyday thing as it is here that I have for me. Like, and I can either go here in my hometown, I can go up to my grandma's camp, I can go see my friend Hannah, and there's just like, that's what we do, is just water sports and being by the water. So this has felt so good to be able to be back in this atmosphere and just like have every day be surrounded by what are we doing on the water today. Like, that's my favorite way to live. What is absolutely brutal though about lake life are the amount of spiders and how huge they are. They're everywhere. They're all in the boathouse, they're all in the boat cover. It's gross. But I will say there's also gnarly insects in Central America and other tropical places where the ocean is. So need to get the board. We've had this board literally forever. Doomswell. I really love it. It's really snappy and it's good for carving. Alright y'all, I'm officially back home in Utah. My trip really was so good and I feel so thankful that I was able to go back there this summer because I just really enjoy the summertime there so much. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being curious about where I grew up and my hometown and all that sort of stuff and just letting me share my home with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This really was kind of a mix-up of content, but it's really includes some of the main things that I love to do, like wake surfing, paddleboarding, being out in the water, waterfalls, all that sort of stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I'm sending you so much love and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.